Long before horror movies, before haunted forests became famous, and before ghost stories spread across the internet, people gathered around campfires sharing terrifying tales of creatures waiting beyond the safety of the firelight. These were not dragons, vampires, or famous monsters from modern fiction, but forgotten beings born from ancient folklore that survived through generations of whispered warnings and mysterious encounters. Some legends were created to protect children, others attempted to explain strange events people could not understand, and together they became some of humanity's oldest and most disturbing myths. Our journey begins in Australia with the mysterious bunyip, a legendary creature believed in Aboriginal traditions to inhabit swamps, rivers, and lonely waterholes where few people dared to travel after dark. Descriptions vary dramatically, with some witnesses describing a furry beast, while others spoke of tusks, flippers, glowing eyes, or strange cries echoing across silent wetlands beneath the moon. Because no two stories are exactly alike, many researchers believe the bunyip represents several different legends combined into one enduring mystery that continues fascinating people today. From the folklore of the Away people of Ghana and Togo comes the frightening Ads, a supernatural being believed to transform into a tiny firefly before entering homes under the cover of darkness without being noticed. Ancient stories claimed the Ads brought illness, weakness, and unexplained misfortune, offering traditional communities an explanation for mysterious sicknesses long before the existence of modern medicine. Although viewed today as folklore, the legend remains one of West Africa's most chilling supernatural traditions because of its invisible and unpredictable nature. Japan introduces the eerie bazoon, a giant chicken-like creature remembered not for physical violence, but for the ghostly flames that poured endlessly from its enormous beak during silent nights in remote villages. According to folklore, the glowing fire illuminated the darkness with an unsettling light while producing little or no heat, creating an impossible sight that terrified anyone unlucky enough to witness it. The Bazan reminds us that sometimes the strangest monsters are the ones that quietly appear without attacking, leaving only fear and unanswered questions behind. North American lumberjacks told terrifying stories about the hide behind, a creature said to stalk deep forests while remaining perfectly hidden behind trees or just beyond the edge of human vision, no matter how quickly someone turned around. Many believed the legend explained mysterious disappearances, strange sounds in isolated wilderness, the unsettling feeling that unseen eyes were constantly watching from somewhere within the dense forest. Whether imagined or not, the hide-behind transformed ordinary woods into places where even experienced workers questioned every shadow around them. The Philippines is home to the legendary aswang, one of Southeast Asia's most famous supernatural beings. Described as appearing completely human during the day before transforming into a terrifying predator once darkness covered the land. Different regions tell different versions of the legend, making the aswang an incredibly rich part of Filipino folklore filled with shape-shifting abilities, mystery, and centuries of cultural storytelling. Even today, the creature continues appearing in books, films, and local traditions, proving how powerful ancient legends can remain across generations. Scotland's Orkney Islands tells stories of the horrifying Nuclevi. It's often described as a monstrous horse whose upper body merged grotesquely with a human torso, creating one of the most disturbing creatures in European folklore. Ancient communities blamed this terrifying being for disease outbreaks, failed harvests, poisoned crops, and deadly epidemics whenever disaster struck without any obvious explanation. Its horrifying appearance became more than a monster, symbolizing fear itself during times when people struggled to understand the tragedies surrounding them. The islands of Zanzibar speak of the mysterious Papabawa, a winged supernatural being associated with frightening nighttime encounters. While far to the frozen Arctic, Inuit tradition tells of Omerok, an enormous solitary wolf that hunted alone across endless icy wilderness. Unlike ordinary wolves that rely on packs, Omerok was believed to roam independently, warning travelers never to cross dangerous frozen landscapes without companions beside them. Researchers often suggest these legends reveal how cultural beliefs and harsh environments shaped stories that encouraged caution, survival, and respect for nature's dangers. Deep within Central African folklore lurks Jba Fofi, an enormous spider said to hide beneath dense jungle canopies where few people dared to explore, while Southern African traditions speak of the mysterious Tikaloshi, whose descriptions range from mischievous spirit to dangerous supernatural being, depending on the community sharing the story. Although no scientific evidence supports the existence of either creature, both legends continue capturing imaginations because they reflect fears hidden within forests, isolation, and the unknown. Even in the modern world, these forgotten monsters continue inspiring cryptid enthusiasts, storytellers, and those fascinated by mysteries that refuse to disappear. Despite coming from different continents and cultures, every one of these forgotten creatures reflects humanity's oldest fears of darkness. Isolation, unexplained events, and the unseen dangers hiding beyond familiar places where certainty ends. Whether these stories began as warnings, spiritual beliefs, attempts to explain natural mysteries, or simply products of imagination, they survived because generation after generation continued passing them forward through unforgettable storytelling. So which forgotten mythical creature disturbed you the most? And do you think some ancient legends still hide traces of forgotten truth? Subscribe to Mysterious Monsters for more forgotten legends, ancient mysteries, and terrifying folklore from around the world, because sometimes the oldest stories are the ones that refuse to be forgotten.